How many people will talk about the reality that Elon Musk himself owns more wealth than the bottom 52% of American households? Is that a moral issue? Are we comfortable with that?
Wow.
It's a simple question. And there are some people who say, hey, yeah, that's okay. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Elon's a brilliant guy. He's a hard-working guy. And other billionaires start their own companies. They're really bold and brave. Fine. They deserve it. And if you are trying to get by on $40,000 a year, well, tough crap.
How do you think Elon feels about it?
I don't know him.
addressed that?
I've only talked to him many years ago, so I don't know him personally. But I'll tell you what I do think. I think there is a new breed of uber capitalists out there who really believe, and they write about this as well, who really believe that they are superior human beings. You know, I'm telling you, this is the quote-unquote high IQ guys who say, look, we work hard, we're smart, we have started these businesses.
To the victor go the spoils.
Not only that, I think that's yes.
Oh,
it's a dog-eat-dog world. I made it.
Yeah.
You didn't make it. Hey, man, that's the way life goes. It's deeper than that. You have some writing on the far right, which really diminishes democracy, and that really the smart and the wealthy and the powerful have the right to rule. So this is not just, I want a tax break. There's nothing new about that.
Yeah.
This is, we have the right. It's the divine, it used to be the divine rights of kings.
Or manifest destiny.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Back in the 19th century, the 1850s, I am the king. God made my family king, and sorry you're starving to death, but that's the way life goes. God told me my family rules. There was some of that mentality.
So there's something about this that's quite interesting that I've seen lately. And it's actually not lately. There is a trend with the ultra wealthy, which is upon their death, a lot of them have decided to give away their money, right?
Some of their money.
Or some. Okay, some of the most prolific, right? Or as they get closer to death, they're like, our goal is to give away all our money. Okay, which seems to tell me that they think that there is an issue with them having all that money. If they truly felt entitled to it, like, it seems to me it's an admission that they agree with you. They're like, it's kind of wrong that we should just keep all this in our family. We should probably not have it. Now, they're not, it's almost like Benjamin Franklin freeing his slaves on his death. He's like, he's like, this is wrong, but I don't want to leave it until, I might need some shit and my back hurts. But what do I do? So when you see billionaires do that, right, or this elite class that you're talking about, do that, is there a part of you that goes, you're getting it, why don't you do that maybe 40 years earlier?
No.
Okay.
Look, these guys are very competitive. They're very smart. They're very innovative, hardworking. And I really think it's very competitive. And I think they want it all. I really do. And I think if you stop for a moment, I hope we can talk a little bit about a corrupt campaign finance system.
Please. Yes.
All right. Getting back to the Democrats and the Republicans and all that stuff. Understand, I'm in the middle of it. I work in Washington, D.C. So you're just using Musk again as an example. He's only one. I don't mean to pick on Mr. Musk, but the guy contributes because of a broken and corrupt campaign finance system, which as a result of Citizens United Supreme Court decision, you're familiar with that, allows billionaires to start super PACs.
Can you really quickly just tell the audience exactly what it is? Because I feel like we hear these words like Citizens United, and a lot of people, we just...
And super PACs.
Yeah, so we just kind of pretend that we know what it is.
Okay.
But...
we have the First Amendment that says you have freedom of speech.
Of course.
Okay. So wealthy individuals, in a case called Citizens United, I don't remember all the details, basically said, look, we had at that point, Citizens United, I think is 15, 20 years, that decision from the Supreme Court decision. So people go into the court and say, look, I have a First Amendment right to tell the people of America how I feel about an issue or a candidate.
Absolutely.
I don't like Andrew, and I want to spend $20 million on television ads telling people what a jerk he is, okay?
Making me feel like Jamal Bowman.
All right, that's another story. All right. And the Supreme Court says no. We have campaign finance. There's campaign finance law which limits the amount of money you can spend on a campaign.
So there's already a law in place.
There's a law in place.
Legislation said you cannot do that.
That's what Citizens United did. It said The Supreme Court ruled that billionaires, that advertising is freedom of speech, and you can't limit my speech. So if I want to spend $100 million on TV ads, I have the right to do it. They say, you're right. So the issue is democracy versus billionaires being able to spend unlimited sums of money. Supreme Court went with that. And then the form it took was what's called a super PAC. You start an organization, Americans for Freedom, okay? And billionaires can put as much money as they want into that. That organization then runs ads on television. It does political stuff. That's what it's about. So bottom line, though, most importantly, is if you are a billionaire, you can put as much money as you want into a super PAC. And in Musk's case, he spent $270 million to help Donald Trump get elected president. Do Democrats have billionaires putting money into super PACs? Absolutely. All right. What does that mean in real life? This is what it means. Right now, we're dealing with a bill called the Reconciliation Bill. It's a fancy Washington term for a very big bill, which will have a lot of stuff in it. In any case, if a Republican stands up and says, you know what, in the House of Representatives, I don't like this bill because, it's giving tax breaks to very wealthy people and it's going to cut Medicaid and cut nutrition programs. It's a bad bill. What do you think happens the day after that Republican stands up and says he opposes it?
Those super PACs organize and they primary out those politicians.
Exactly.
Now, and how effective is that?
It is enormously effective. If you have, sure. Right now, you're a Republican.
Yeah.
You got to.
Wait, what?
All right, no, I don't mean you. I mean in general.
It's going to go viral.
All right. So you have two elements. Trump is enormously popular within the Republican base.
Yeah.
Elon Musk has unlimited sums of money, right?
Double whammy.
Double whammy. So it is very hard for any Republican to sustain that.
Stand up and authentically speak their mind. All right, guys, let's take a break for a second talking about these billionaires. Let's find a way where we can get invested in the system that's made them incredibly wealthy. You don't need to be rich. That's the reality. Acorns lets you get started with the spare money that you've got right now, even if all you've got is spare change. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns recommends a diversified portfolio that can help you weather all the market's ups and downs. And they're going to put that together for you, okay? They're going to take out all that frustration of trying to pick the winners in the stocks. You're not doing this on a day-to-day basis. You're not trying to compete with these hedge funds. What you're doing is investing in your future, letting compound interest work to you over decades, okay? That's the idea of investment. Everything else is gambling. So I'm telling you right now, if you want to sign up and you want to join over 14 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $25 billion with Acorns, plus Acorns will boost your new account with a $20 bonus investment. That offer is available at acorns.com/flagrant. That is acorns.com/flagrant to get your $20 bonus investment today. Remember, this is a paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentives to positively promote Acorns. Tier 2 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/flagrant. All right, guys, let's take a break from this incredibly thoughtful and important discussion about our futures to talk about hard cock. I want to let you guys know, I realize how absolutely absurd and ridiculous it is to have this ad.
The oligarchs don't want you to have hard dick.
No, that's facts. The oligarchs want all the hard dick for them, okay? But it shouldn't just be for them. It should be for all of us. And the thing that's going to bring it to you is Blue Chew. Blue Chew, same active ingredient that's inside Viagra, Cialis, whatever. We don't even mention them, okay? We don't even mention them, okay? All the blood is in my dick right now. I can't even think. BlueChew.com. You're going to get your first month's free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping.
Free healthcare.
Free healthcare right there. That's what Blue Chew is marketing. Okay? All you got to do is go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code FLAGRANT. You pay that $5 shipping, and they're going to send you your first month for free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
This one in particular.
Let's get back to the show.
Give you another example because I'm an independent, right? Caucus with the Democrats. Democrats are better than the Republicans, to my mind. But Democrats, all right, I happen to believe that providing more military aid to Netanyahu's extreme right-wing government to do the horrible things that are going on in Gaza right now, as you may know, as we speak,